Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Currier, and it is my mission to simplify YouTube so you and I can grow together. Welcome to our live streams. Trying to get back to the weekly live stream. We'll talk a little bit about that, but we try to do this every Wednesday night. As you can see, we have a new time tonight, which is 8 p.m. Eastern instead of 9 p.m. We're going to see if we can make this time slot work, do a 60-minute live stream, and try to keep it going every Wednesday. So great to see everybody out there. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Doing the slight eye stare over here, make sure all my readings look good, make sure the video looks good and all that. Definitely let me know how the video and audio is coming through, whether there's any issues, too loud, too soft, especially ugly today, whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. But like I said, we'll talk about why I've been kind of patchy or on and off with the live streams, and why I have opted to kind of change the format up a little bit and do it an hour earlier. So I'm going to jump in the chat real quick and say hello to everybody. We got Car Galaxy Studios out there. Is it Anglia Eats? Power Matrix, or Anglia, I'm not sure which way that goes, but D's World, Trip on Two Wheels, Power Matrix. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Good to see you. Women's Vibe out there. Gian Gregory, Caracola Bella. Who else we have out there? Doug Houston's out there as well. Regina's Hair Salon, Alfred Thornton. Good to see everybody at this new time. I appreciate you coming and hanging out tonight. We're going to do a little bit of a different format where I take a look at some YouTube questions that have been, or that I get asked on a regular basis on the channel, plus give you guys the opportunity to do questions in the chat. At any time, if you want to ask a question related to YouTube or your channel, just tag at Creator Fundamentals in the chat and leave your question there. So first off, why have I been on and off with the live streams, and why I changed this particular one to 8 o'clock. And the reality is, just been absolutely suffering from burnout in the sense of trying to do a full day and then hang around till 9 o'clock at night and be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for a live stream. So I've gone on live before when I wasn't quite up to it, and it just shows in the video. You can like totally see, you start out and you're, hey, everything's going good. By the end, you just have an RBF going on, and nobody wants to see that. It doesn't look good on the replay. It doesn't look good in the video. So that's why I haven't been doing it as frequently as I want. I mean, obviously there were some kids functions and other things that they always seem to schedule on Wednesdays anyway, but trying to change it to 8 o'clock, do it for an hour so I can get it in before the full day kind of catches up with me. So, and have an opportunity to come hang out with you guys, answer any questions that you have, or talk about YouTube, whatever happens to be going on in the crazy world of YouTube. All right. David 3000 out there, Layla and Gloria. Let's see. I want to start a second channel. Got to be a way to combine it all into one. Generally speaking, if your goal is to grow your YouTube channel, trying to combine two different topics on a channel doesn't tend to work as well in terms of the rate at which you have the opportunity to grow. I guess if you're like an amazing personality and you make super compelling content, that could work. But the reality is, for most of us, we're trying to learn how all of this goes over time, and our ability to focus on a topic that really resonates with the people who are subscribing to our channel, and therefore keeps rewarding them with the same type of content that they signed up for, tends to be the formula for probably the majority of creators to actually see growth at a rate, above average for sure, and to really try to get that snowball rolling. So in most cases, I would say if you have two completely different topics, they would be on different channels. You can certainly go the route of combining things on one channel, but like I said, if you're trying to grow as efficiently as possible, you could run into some issues there trying to have multiple topics on one channel. All right, so a couple things I wanted to talk to you guys about. First off, for those of you who don't know, or if you're new to the live stream. If you're new to the live stream, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. It may be the case that starting at 8 o'clock gave you the opportunity to come hang out where you haven't previously been able to, so that's awesome. If you're not currently subscribed to the channel and you want to see future content that helps you simplify YouTube, definitely click that subscribe button and that bell, that all-important bell, so you receive future notifications on content that can help you do just that. Also, if you're new and you don't watch my content on a regular basis or follow me on Facebook and all the socials, you might also be interested to know that I'm hosting a conference in May 2nd and 3rd, 2019 in Albany, New York. Here in the U.S., I am hosting a conference for online video creators called The People of Video. You can check that out at peopleofvideo.com. You can also go to a link that I can throw in the chat where you can sign up for alerts to get information and opportunities to get tickets to People of Video at up to 50% off. What we're going to be doing between now and May is having flash sales where we only put a discount out for 1 hour and share the link on social media and give people that 1 hour to grab a ticket at a discounted rate. So if that's something that you're interested in, I will throw that link in there. That's just like a mailing list to sign up to get alerts for People of Video. We'll throw that out there so you can keep up to date on that. And I really need to hook up my Stream Deck again. I keep saying that, but I haven't actually hooked it up again. It's just sitting in a box in the other room ever since I reorganized my office and made this studio a little more better. Let's see. Sean Oz. Oh, I'll be at Vid Summit this year, and hopefully, yes, absolutely, we can say hello and chat at Vid Summit. I will be at Vid Summit as well. Looking forward to that. That's coming up in October, guys. Second week of October is Vid Summit. If you can get out to Vid Summit, if you happen to be on the West Coast or you're thinking about attending a conference out there on that side of the country, definitely head to Vid Summit. It's a great conference. Even after I start my own conference and host my first conference in May, I'll still be attending Vid Summit because I think it has a lot to offer and it's just a great environment. So definitely get out to Vid Summit if you can, and it'll be a good time. All right, Shut Up, I Can Cook. You are awesome. Well, thank you. You're awesome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out and chilling here on the live stream. I'm glad we got a decent crowd in here for the first time coming in at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. rather. Not that far off. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Boss, can you take a quick look? You don't have to put my channel up on the screen, just thoughts. And let's take a peek real quick here. All right, so my first thought on your channel. Very colorful. I guess the biggest question is, it certainly seems to be a creative way to not appear on camera. I don't want to pull up the actual the audio on it, but in the general sense that you're keeping your branding on point with your channel art and your logo, I think that that works. Whatever I'd probably add more text to what I assume is your additional subscribe button than just free quote free, and try to add something on your thumbnails that allow people to identify that they're from your channel. Maybe if you threw that little logo on all your thumbnails, but I assume they look like information. It looks like most of your videos are compiled of like B-roll clips and that sort of thing, because I see a variety of people appearing in them. So that could certainly work, as long as you don't run, and as long as those are all clips that you own or have license to, you should be fine. All right, here. Where's my chat? There's my chat. All right. So, Shelly Saves the Day is in the chat. Good to see you. Sure. Yes. Yes. SM7B mic is what we got rolling here. Construction cronies out there, good to see you. Not sure, has it been 2 weeks or 3 weeks since I was on live? Feels like a little bit of while. A little bit of while? Apparently it hasn't been long enough because I just said little bit of while and that's not even a thing. So apparently I need a couple more weeks off. But we'll do what we can. Like I said, at the end of the day, after I've done my full-time gig and all that other stuff, and today is our Chihuahua's 16th birthday. So when we got home, we had a little birthday celebration for our 16-year-old Chihuahua. And yes, we sang happy birthday and gave him cake and ice cream. Let's see. Thanks for being there. I have subscriber status issues. Can't unsubscribe. Can't deselect the bell icon. Channels can't see that I'm subscribed to them. Another channel being able to see that you're subscribed to them is a setting in, or typically, I don't know what kind of bugs are going on out there right now, but is a setting, privacy setting that you have. In terms of the not being able to unsubscribe, I've certainly seen that in the past where they've had bugs where it looked like you weren't unsubscribing, but you were, and then people would try to unsubscribe, but they were already unsubscribed, so they're actually subscribing back. So it's possible that they've reintroduced that bug. I haven't heard anything about it recently, but I have seen that in the past, and they usually get it sorted out. All right. Yeah, good to see you, Shelly. Thanks for popping in. All right, and let's see what else we got here. Wanted to do a decor channel, realizing now that I am doing more travel lifestyle vlogs, should I separate them? I guess that comes down to what, now you started with a decor channel. I guess the first question would be what prompted you to go that route? And if you are doing, how long did you actually make decor content versus your travel and lifestyle stuff? And where have all the subscribers that you have on your channel thus far come from? If you've done both type of content, but you could look at your subscriber report in YouTube Studio and you see that the majority of your audience has come from one or the other, you may not need to switch channels or make another channel. You may just want to start focusing all your content on that which brought in your audience, if that's what you are still passionate about and want to make content about. So you could definitely do that. All right. Do you have... David 3000, do you have a Discord server? I do, in fact, have a Discord server, but I find I haven't been overwhelmed by the Discord server because what we used to do is we used to do a thing called the live stream after party. Back when I used to do 3-hour live streams, we'd get done at midnight. I'd be exhausted, and I would jump over into the Discord and just kind of chat and answer questions if everybody had them. But that didn't really last super long, and there's just so many different channels and places that people can hang out now. I didn't find that the Discord really fit what I was trying to do, nor was I spending a lot of time in it. So yes, it exists. I don't spend a lot of time there. I think pretty much the most activity is in there. That is in there are people sharing their links in the appropriate chat room for links. But what do you guys think? Do you think Discord is a great way for to build community for online creators? Definitely let me know in the chat, because it didn't feel, I wasn't getting that vibe from it. I felt like I was getting a lot of spam and other non-related stuff in there. But if you guys tell me that you think it is something that's worthwhile, we could definitely look into kind of revitalizing that and getting some people to kind of overwatch it and make sure that it stays relevant. But yes, I do have one. It is called Creator Fundamentals, and I just a while back there it started getting some really spammy stuff that we tried to clean up and that whole deal. So. All right, and Is the new time going to be permanently schedule changed? Asks Sarah Dawn. That's my goal from this point forward. I'm going to see how this works. I'm going to keep it limited to 60 minutes and do 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock Wednesday nights. So yes, next time, which I hope will be next Wednesday, will in fact be the same time, 8 p.m. So that is definitely the goal. Try to get a little bit earlier for me. So on those days that I feel like I hit a brick wall, I'm not trying to stay up till 10, 11 o'clock at night to do that. So trying to live a more healthy life. Started the keto thing 3 weeks ago. All is going well. Trying to take care of myself. Be all high energy and stuff when Vid Summit gets here. All right. Hey, Christina. Good to see you. It's Adrish. I'm from India watching at midnight. Good to see you. Thanks for coming and hanging out. See it. You showed me how to upload my first video. Awesome. Glad you got started. That's the most important part. And 8 p.m. is late. So for those of you who are in the live stream and you don't know, I have a full-time career outside of YouTube, and I do all this stuff after all that finishes. So I work full-time during the day. I am a database analyst, and then I do any functions that involve my family or children. And then after all that has been taken care of, then I do the YouTube thing, which is typically starts right around this time in the evening. And when I first started out the channel, it was a lot of late nights from 9 o'clock to midnight to build up the content and get it out there. These days I put out, the goal is weekly content and a weekly live stream. And we're trying to get back to that on a more fluid or a more regular schedule. But as I mentioned, I'm also trying to plan a conference for May, which is just so many different moving parts. I want to make sure that I get all of that right and not screw it up. So I don't know if I pointed to the right side of this hat because the logo's on the side, but in any event, that is the People of Video, and that's going to be an awesome time. Got to make sure that all that goes well. So that's been occupying some time, plus some other projects in the works that are slowly making their way towards progress. All right. Thank you for answering my question. You're welcome. All right. And again, if anybody is in the chat and you have a question, just tag Creator Fundamentals. So do @Creator Fundamentals and ask your question. Just makes them easier to find. Caracola Bella, I work as well. The struggle is real. Yep, absolutely. And you know, I've been giving a lot of thought to that, and I've had the, I think there's a lot of value in recognizing that there's always the glamorous talk is always about, you know, jumping in, quitting your job, going full time as a YouTuber or content creator. And the reality is, for most of us who have responsibilities, that's just not a viable option. So I think there's a lot of value in being able to have skills that are specific to being able to build something like a YouTube channel or a brand online, while also holding down your responsibility fort first. So I plan on doing some more content along those lines to kind of drill into that and share that with people, you know, those specific skills that you need to be able to keep everything in check and not interfere with that, while also using your extra time to start building a brand online. How to target a psychology niche. I would determine. So this is another topic that comes up, and people are always looking for content and what, you know, how to make videos, how to come up with video ideas. And some people get kind of freaked out about the idea of using other creators for inspiration. You can absolutely go in and search for psychology, for example, and see the types of videos that people are making. when you're trying to get traction in a niche, it's perfectly okay to go out there and find the most popular videos and try to make similar videos on the topics. What I would suggest, because especially when we're starting out, it's a lot harder to kind of get your foothold, but doing so with searchable content can really help you start to grow your channel, start to get some relevancy in that particular topic and help your content to be found. The way you do that is go out and find what are the most common questions that people are asking related to psychology. What are the problems that people are trying to answer? The thing to remember, YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world. So people are going to YouTube all the time to solve their problems. How do we tap into that? We answer their questions. We solve their problems. So once you go out there and find the stuff that people are actually asking and searching for, that writes your content right there. Figure out what's important to people and then answer those questions and make videos about those answers and share those, and make sure that you optimize your titles and your thumbnails to communicate that to people so they can find your content above everybody else's. Thank you so much, Kevin, for the super chat. Do you like a first look review of channels? I'm not exactly sure what that means. A first look review of channels. Kevin Pinot, affiliate marketing, make money online, reviews, new content every week. So I don't know if you wanted me to look at your channel, if that was your intention. Generally speaking, what I would say in regards to your channel, try to keep your text out of the lower right-hand corner, because that's where the timestamp is and it gets covered up on all your thumbnails. In a lot of your videos, your face is on the left side of the thumbnail. Try to in basically all your thumbnails, you have the white background that looks like a whiteboard that you're writing stuff. It looks like in a lot of those, there's a lot of similarity to what's going on in the background. I would try to find a way to make that a little more apparent, and maybe draw something on that whiteboard if that's a legit whiteboard that you like explain stuff on in your videos. I would try to get a close-up image or go out of your way to draw something illustrative of what it is that your video is about, and kind of zoom up on that and get a nice clear picture. What you got going on now is a bunch of scribbles in the background that you can't really see, and then you're in front of it, and then you have the big blue text that's kind of covering everything up. I would try to get a lot better contrast between your text and your background, and I would also try to keep, like I said, that text out of the lower right hand corner. It almost looks like you could be using TubeBuddy to do your thumbnails. Let me know if that's the case. Or if not, let me know what you actually use to do your thumbnails, and I might have some thoughts for you on that, depending on what you're using. Hey, Joe, good to see you. All right, here. And I don't see the original post, but I definitely see somebody getting the 411 on what they should be working on their channel out there in the chat. Let's see here. I bet. Definitely. Okay. So I saw some comments on the Shut Up I Can Cook channel. I like your thumbnails. I would remove any of the text from your thumbnails. I like the close-up pictures that you are doing on them. Make sure that you are actually that you are targeting keyword phrases on those videos for, like, when you're cooking stuff and you're doing the videos on that. Find out exactly the way people are searching for food items and optimize those things for search. Cooking, recipes and cooking videos are so search friendly that you can absolutely, if you're showing how to make eggs, for example, I would imagine how to cook sunny side eggs or sunny side up eggs, or how to cook eggs or how to cook fried eggs is a super competitive term. So I would probably try to find an angle on that that's a little bit different, where you can get a longer keyword tail or keyword phrase that allows you to tackle a little smaller piece of the audience. Because even if you optimize something like that 100% and you nailed all the keywords and you had the perfect title, there's probably way too much competition for a brand new channel like yours to compete. So, you know, maybe it's like how to cook fried eggs in a microwave, or how to cook fried eggs, or, you know, look for the different variations that people are actually searching for, using the search bar on YouTube, or using a tool like TubeBuddy to go in there and find those variations. And that's going to help you to start tapping into them. It's much better for you to target a keyword phrase that has a lot lower volume that you can get number one in, than trying to tackle something where you're showing up like 80th position on page 3, because nobody will find you in search that way. So if you can find some subset or some more, not so much obscure, but lower search volume keyword phrases that people do look for, but maybe not as frequently, those are the ones that you want to start out targeting, because that's going to help your channel to grow, because you're going to be able to pull in those views. And you make a bunch of different videos like that, and now you're pulling in 10 views per video. Maybe in a month it's 50 per. Couple months, 6 months, it's 100 per, and that's how your channel starts to grow, and you start to make some moves there. All right, and Sarah Dawn. So a question about minority language content and search. If I'm producing in a language that Google Brain doesn't parse, is that going to be a problem for search? If I'm producing in a language, I would be curious what language it is that you don't think Google can handle. Because at this point, I would imagine that YouTube has, or Google has, a pretty vast handle on multiple languages. Kara Colbella, I got 3 copyright claims for music on a video from a carnival parade. I dispute them, but not sure what to expect. So here's the deal. This is something that's important. If you're out in public, and again, they just changed some of this, so this could potentially help you, but historically, if you're out in public or you're making a video and you go past a car that has the radio on, or you walk past a store window and they have music playing, or you're at a carnival or a parade and they're playing music, identifiable music, you can absolutely get copyright strikes from that. If PhotoFin, you're not subscribed to Creator Fundamentals, how could that be? That's an easy fix, though. Click the bell while you're at it. But yeah, so historically, that could absolutely get you a copyright strike. What YouTube has done recently is tried to prevent. They haven't stopped companies from going after you for those types of copyright strikes, but what used to be the case is became predatory, where somebody would own a copyright and they would look for any video that had the slightest bit of their music, and they would do a copyright claim, and then they would collect all your revenue from that video, in an effort to try to minimize those that were being predatory and just going out and making that like a business model where they would just go take everybody's ad revenue. They made it so they would no longer be able to take the revenue, but they could tell you to, they could still put the strike against your video. So as we move forward, it may be the case that for incidental audio in your videos, there'll be less claims, because there's not a monetary incentive for people to go out and start claiming your videos just to collect your money. But yeah, if you catch copyrighted music, no matter what the source is, in your videos, and you post them on YouTube and YouTube recognizes them, they can absolutely give you a copyright claim for that. I appreciate you guys all coming and hanging out in the live stream this evening. If you enjoy hanging out with your fellow creators, definitely hit that thumbs up while you are here with us. I do appreciate it. And again, if you have any questions, you can tag at Creator Fundamentals. I actually have, Soundstripe. Soundstripe is the best, says Christina. Soundstripe, for those of you who don't know, is a sponsor of People of Video. They're going to be providing the soundtrack at People of Video, so we'll have some tunes to jam to while we are being educated and entertained there at People of Video. Plus, they're going an extra step to fix the issue we were just talking about. Whereas anybody who's in attendance at People of Video, they can make vlogs, they can do videos with the music in the background, and Soundstripe has agreed to not go after anybody who happens to have the soundtrack at People of Video in their background for copyright issues. So awesome to have Soundstripe on board. Definitely, guys, if you need a service out there to get copyright safe music, then subscribing to Soundstripe is certainly a good way to go. All right. So I used to have a camping coaster on my desk because this particular mug that I drink out of on a regular basis sweats like a something, and I don't want it to ruin my desk, but my coaster has completely disappeared. All right. All right, let me throw down an extra layer there. All right. So I also, prior to the live stream, I also went and actually looked at some really common questions that I get on the channel, comments on videos and things. And one of the videos that I get a ton of questions on is about the YouTube editor. So if any of you are using the YouTube editor, I get so many questions where people ask how to do certain things in the YouTube editor. And I think it's really important for everybody to understand that YouTube's video editor is not designed to be your primary editing software. What YouTube video editor is designed to do is to help you react to issues with your videos. Primarily how to address copyright claims on your videos by being able to take out audio in certain cases, trim out pieces of videos that may have something, offending or not in line with the terms of service, with the idea that you have a way to keep the video up on the platform but take out the offending piece. That is the primary goal, the purpose of the YouTube video editor. So when I get questions on how to add two videos together, like you used to be able to do a couple years ago on the old editor on YouTube, or how do you add an intro, or how do I swap out all the music? One of the things that is odd, they do allow you to add music and replace audio, but it is flawed in the sense that they don't let you add more than one audio clip. So if you have like a 10-minute video and you have two different areas of offending music or audio, there's not a way to add multiple audio clips to a given video. So there's still some bugs to be worked out in there, but if you're looking at YouTube editor as a means of actually being your primary video editing software, you're probably going to be disappointed because that's not really what it's intended to do. If you're on desktop and you're looking for a decent software, so there used to be, if you're on a Windows machine, it used to be Movie Maker, or is that what it's called? Movie Maker, I think. And if you're on Windows 10, Movie Maker doesn't exist anymore. So, and I think, is that what it was called? Movie Maker? Windows Movie Maker, I do believe, right? Windows Movie Maker. And what you can do now is if you type in on desktop, if you type in Windows Movie Maker, it gives you the list of best matches. And one of the things that you will see is the Photos app. Well, if you click the little arrow next to the Photos app, you now have the opportunity in Photos to do video editing. So that's actually a feature that they added to the Photos app on Windows 10, so you can still do some video editing for free. If you're looking for some more features, Filmora is a great software, probably costs like $60 or $70, which is a one-time fee, not an annual subscription, and it has some pretty decent features. I even think that over in Brian G. Johnson's Tube Ritual group, they have Brian G. and Daniel Batal have some kind of promotion, I think, where you can get like a discount or something, so you can check that out over there. But if you're on your phones, iPhone, iMovie's the way to go to do your editing before you actually upload to YouTube. And you got to take a time out here real quick to recognize Doug Houston with the super chat. Thank you so much, Doug, for the super chat. His question is, who is the stream boss, or who's the boss, stream boss? That would in fact be Doug Houston. As you can see in the lower right hand corner, we do a thing in the live stream called Stream Boss, provided by Streamlabs, where the Stream Boss has 100 health points for each dollar. I believe it does 10 points of damage to that Stream Boss, and whoever knocks the Stream Boss off the top of the hill and brings that health count down to 0 becomes a Stream Boss, and their channel icon and name display during the live stream. So just another fun way to get yourself a little more attention above and beyond the super chat. If you guys aren't familiar with super chat, as you can see on Doug's message, that it highlights your message, and depending on the amount that you share, it also pins it to the top of the chat so people can see it. This channel has actually also been approved for super stickers, which is something that they are rolling out, and they've allowed just a small number of channels actually to have access to the super stickers. So instead of leaving a comment with a tip, it's actually little animated icons that they have given to us. You can actually click. You don't have to buy any of them, but if you click on the little dollar sign in the lower left-hand corner, you can actually see the collection. So there's little animated things. There's multiple sections they have. I don't know. It looks like a pear, maybe? A bunch of little pear emojis. We got some hippopotamus ones. That looks like foxes. Some purple people. Some lemon head looking guys. Some general. Oh, those actually look like, if you've seen the stickers that are part of YouTube stories, it looks like they have those in there as well as actual tip amounts with the super stickers that you can add in the middle of a live stream. So that's kind of cool. And then we have, oh, I see a unicorn and a peach and a rainbow and all kinds of things. And then your typical emojis mixed in there. So kind of cool thing. It'll be interesting to see how well those do and whether they expand those to everybody. But one more addition to the live stream experience. Spark Family TV, welcome to the live stream. Good to see you. Let's see. I see some few. We have Fem the Camper out there, Mellow Matic, Epic City Builders, Apps That Rule. Good to see you. Video Zeus is out there as well. And all right. I put out a tweet with 2 free codes of 3 months of Filmora. So definitely check Shelly out there on Twitter. Get yourself an opportunity to try out Filmora for free. Filmora is actually the software that I used prior to switching over to Premiere Pro. I actually do dip into it. If I'm trying to do something quick, I will still open up Filmora and do a little bit of work in there as well. So that is definitely a handy software. It does a lot of things. I honestly switched from Filmora to Premiere, not so much because Filmora couldn't do the job, but because I wanted to learn some more industry standard skills. Which is actually kind of ironic because I have absolutely zero intentions of being an editor for anybody else except myself. But I figured, and be able to speak the language and that kind of thing. It made sense at the time, but considering Adobe continues to raise their prices every year, and I'm not particularly thrilled with their customer service, there's a good chance that I may not actually renew Adobe in 2020. So we'll have to see what software I lean to. Filmora actually, Filmora, is it Filmora 9 now? I think they have Filmora 9, and then they came out with Filmora Pro. I might actually go back and look at that and see just whether it can do everything that I need to do. Daniel Batal, who's part of the Tube Ritual group and stuff, he has a channel that does all kinds of Filmora tutorials, and he does some amazing freaking work in terms of what's possible in that software. So he's definitely made me think to reconsider it and ditch this whole Premiere Pro thing. Are you Spark Family TV? Are you doing channel reviews? Would be great to see our progress or make our channel better. Either way, thanks for the advice for us growing channels. Probably not doing channel reviews in the traditional sense of what I have been doing, but give me just a second here, because you are Sparks Family TV, and I appreciate the super chat. We will pull you up here real quick. Let's see. All right, so Sparks Family TV, let's see what you got going on here currently. And it's going to be really interesting to see how the new changes on kids channels are going to pan out here. So let's look at your most recent content. I love your little icon guy here. I love your logo, Sparks Family TV. You get a sense of what it is. Live stream. I probably would follow up on my live stream with a custom thumbnail that has your little guy on it, because it's probably really hard to identify what's going on in there. Got some nice high contrast colors working out there. You got your icon out there. Best job for kids. So I'm a big, I know with vlogs, and others might disagree with me, but I am a big advocate for mixing in searchable content on channels that aren't typically searchable content, just to kind of balance out all these videos. Ultimately, when you are making videos like this, obviously it's all or nothing, in the sense that you really have to nail your thumbnail and your title in the sense that it really resonates or piques the curiosity of your existing audience in an effort to kind of drive that out to a larger and larger audience. And I would think I would probably go, so SpongeBob SquarePants real life, family fun things to do. I mean, some of these kind of look like you are looking for some searchable terms the way that's written. So that may in fact be a keyword phrase. The other thing, so when I wasn't specifically trying to target searchable content, I would be trying to title these videos in a way that it's kind of a cliffhanger, where you tell part of the story, but you raise curiosity or interest such that they are compelled to click on the video to get the answer or find the rest of the whatever you're talking about. Like Children's or Discovery Children's Museum, Las Vegas, I would probably go, we can't believe he found this there, and, maybe put your little question mark over whatever the kid was holding. Those kind of things, to try to, like you kind of did here, your Discovery Children's Museum with surprise guests. Things like that kind of leave an unanswered question and stuff, and kind of pique that curiosity, can kind of drive more people to click on your videos. And also think about your audience, the people who tend to watch your videos and look at the videos that they respond to more. Like if we go, let's see here, most popular. I'm assuming these are some trendy kind of things that we jumped on. Flat ball demo, okay. what's the most recent we got here? So in this case, I don't know if this is a new game, but you focused on, you know, perhaps that was a new game that came out and people were searching for it, that kind of stuff. Catch the Fox review for kids. I feel, and again, without watching these videos, always try to present them with some type of unfinished thought or something that people like, something that compels them to click. You know, obviously you're trying to compel the click. You're trying to get them to stop with your thumbnail, intrigue them or interest them, or you know, make them think, and then use a title that gets them to actually complete that process of actually clicking in to see that. And I don't want to do, let's see here. All right. So it does look like you kind of jumped in. And again, taking something interest from inside the video, which I think you might have done here, but I can't really tell without fully watching the video. And kind of throwing that in the front to get people locked in and watching the video. But I mean, your thumbnails are nice and bright and high contrast and stuff. Just the more you can kind of intrigue people and get them to click, the better you'll be able to drag those people in and convert them to viewers. All right, here. Oh, I see Mid-South Flavor out there. Good to see you. You know, I just used some of your seasoning yesterday. Of course, now being on keto, I got to be a little more conservative with it. I actually measured out a teaspoon and just used a teaspoon of it, but it's really good. Mid-South Flavor, I have the whole Adobe suite too. Can't hardly see myself without it. Yeah, see, that's where... No! What in the world? My computer just did a horribly bad thing. I don't need... No, we don't want to exit. Hello? Wow. Now I have to... My computer just did some really wacky thing, and I don't even know if I'm still live. But if I am still live, bear with me, because I'll get back into the... All right, I think I'm still live, so we're good. But my computer went to the shutdown screen and started throwing error messages. But I think we're still live. It looks live, so we're good. Give me some yes, we're lives in the chat. Make sure you guys can see me talking to myself here. Thank you, Car Galaxy. I appreciate it. I just barely tapped the tower with my foot as I adjusted, and it started shutting down. Oh, that was a close one. All right. Mid-South Flavor, thank you so much for the super chat towards more Mid-South Flavor sweet and smoky barbecue seasoning. Thank you so much. Did your sweet heat one come out yet? Or are you still getting that one ready? Good. Good to know that we didn't completely blow up here. Because when it first happened, both of my screens went black. I thought the computer turned off. I thought I pushed in the power button. And then they came back on, and error messages started popping up on both screens. And this is why I don't want to live stream at 9 o'clock anymore. I can barely get this stuff done at 8 o'clock. And this room has a wall unit AC, which I turn off for live streams just because it's loud. And it doesn't matter what the temperature is outside. It always gets really hot in here. So if I sit here for longer than an hour, it just starts to get kind of miserable. I'm having troubles figuring out what to put on my intro video on my channel. Any suggestions? So first off, especially when I started, when a lot of people start, they start talking about intros and they want to put something at the beginning of your video. Ideally, you don't want to have an intro at the very beginning of your video. You want to have a hook at the beginning of your video that gives people, that reinforces the message that you delivered to people on your thumbnail and your title and gets people interested. From that point on, all you really want to do, you can just do a quick splash if you have a logo or a channel name, just a quick splash after the hook to say, to brand the video, and then jump into your content. It doesn't have to be some 30-second montage of, the last 400 videos that you did. There's not necessarily anything wrong with those other than the length. You definitely don't want it to be 30 seconds. Like mine, I think, is 3 seconds long, and it's literally just my logo, and then it goes away. You don't want to get too crazy on the intro. Your intros are not why people watch your videos. So try to keep them a bit conservative, make them brief. Try to, explain or identify the brand of your channel and what your, that kind of thing as quickly as possible, and then get into your content. For a channel trailer on your actual, Car Galaxy says she means channel trailer. So what you do for your channel trailer, it can be the same thing. Rather than trying to make a montage of all the videos that you've done, use your most popular video. Go in, look at your videos, see what your subscriber count is or your subscriber report to see which video is doing the best for you, and use that video as your channel trailer. You don't have to make a specific channel trailer that does all the things that people put in their intros, which are try to explain everything that you do on your video. If you don't know what to put in it to make it from scratch, use your most successful video as your channel trailer, because that's going to put your best foot forward when somebody visits your channel. And we all used to say back when before YouTube further developed the way the subscriber report ran, everybody used to say, oh, most of your subscribers are going to subscribe to your channel on your channel page. Well, actually, once they fixed the granularity of the subscriber report and allowed us to actually see the subscriptions that happened on the video page, the reality is that even though most of those things were showing up as channel page, they were actually video subscribed. So that's actually a much smaller portion of the people who subscribe from your main page. So you definitely want to have a professional look. You want your channel art to be very illustrative of what your channel is about. And then you can simply use an existing video, your most successful video, the video that's converting the most subscribers on your channel, as your channel trailer. Otherwise, it can just be, if you have a couple videos that are strong, grab a couple clips and do an actual separate video in that case. Alfred Thornton, can you not talk about watch minutes and views? Just asking, can I not talk about them? Car Galaxy says, personally, he would make a hero video for his channel trailer if you're getting search traffic. Davey, thank you, Rock. Only have 103 subscribers. It's been a month, but most of my subscribers are from my Facebook group and page. Yeah, I mean, setting up a Facebook page and a Facebook group is a great way to do that, to bring in traffic. Did I miss? Oh, I did. Mellomatic, thank you so much for that super chat. Can I get a quick channel review as well? Also have been considered using Streamlabs so you can receive 100% of some donations. Yeah, I mean, that is certainly an option as well. There's also a PayPal link that you can share to have people donate to your channel as well. Let's take a look here real quick. Let's see here. Whatever happened in that little montage of error messages, I got to make a tweak because my channel review page is no longer showing channel or the page. So let me fix that. Do that. Huh. Yeah, something blew up there. Let's add this a different way, since it doesn't want to play nice. And we can do browser. I have to make some corrections here on the fly. I don't know how well that's going to work. Nope, that's totally not going to work. So whatever happened will not let me do a display capture in OBS anymore. Well, it's there. It's just not actually capturing the screen, which is kind of a problem. So I don't know if I'm going to be able, I don't know that I can pull up any more channels. So Mellomatic, I will tell you my thoughts on your channel. And if you want to come to the live stream next Wednesday, then I will certainly pull up your channel if you'd like to see it up on the screen. But taking a look at your actual channel, looks like we are doing Mellomatic Gaming. See your About section. Love playing games and I love comedy. My goal is to entertain. I play FPS, simulator, city builder, survival. So one of the things that I would recommend on your About section is always to position it in terms of what somebody who's visiting your channel, what's in it for them, rather than having it all in terms of what you do or what you do or why you want to do it. Present it in why they would want to subscribe. Just a way to kind of entice them to want to see future content. In terms of your actual, so it looks like you got a little logo. I'm assuming it's the Mellomatic logo. It looks kind of square, and I'm not really seeing. Kind of hard to tell because you're forced to do a round icon on your videos, and that particular logo is so small on your thumbnails that it's really hard to tell. I don't know that anybody would be able to tell exactly what it says. I'm assuming these are all gameplays, judging by the graphics. A lot of Let's Plays. And again, with these, I would always try to, again, especially in gaming, set yourself apart. Try to entice people to click above and beyond identifying as a let's play. You're doing it a little bit with like I really messed up, dash, let's play, that kind of thing. But try to work on that to kind of pique people's curiosity, so they're kind of forced to click to figure out what you're talking about. I could scroll by and go, oh, you messed up, good for you, versus I can't believe I found this, or I can't believe this happened, or I opened the door and saw this. Just some different ways to actually kind of entice people to want to drill in and see what was different, or like this has never happened in this game, just to pique that curiosity and get people to come in forward. OBS can be weird about finding a screen capture if your monitor goes into sleep mode. Maybe it could have been because both my monitors went black for about 3 to 5 seconds when you heard me go, ah. That's what was going on. So that's probably the issue, and unfortunately you probably have to shut down OBS and restart it to get it to kind of kick in the way it should. So all right, the sound of I was chewing ice in the mic. All right, here. Willie Styles, Family Gaming. Hey, bud, just found your channel last night. Haven't dug into it much, but it looks like your channel will be of great help. Just wanted to say thanks. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. And again, if you guys want to see future content that can help you simplify YouTube, that's the goal here at Creator Fundamentals. Consider clicking that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing. And hey, if you're thinking about going to a conference, if you've never been to a conference, and maybe you're somewhere here on the East Coast in the US and you can't afford to fly out to the West Coast, or you've never been to a conference because they're just too darn expensive, tickets to People of Video are only $199, which is significantly cheaper than a lot of other conferences out there. We're here in Albany, New York on the East Coast. You got until May 2nd and 3rd to come hang out with us. There's going to be a lot of really great speakers there who can share all of their knowledge with you and help you build a business and brand around your YouTube channel or your online video, whatever it is that you're passionate about. And we'd love to have you there. So that's People of Video. You can go to peopleofvideo.com to get more info on that. And like I said, if you sign up for the newsletter that we're going to be sending out the alerts when we do the flash sales, you can actually get People of Video tickets for up to 50% off. So you can get to the event for $100. So it doesn't hurt to be on the list, and maybe you'll be able to catch one of those. But I'll throw the link in the chat, and you can sign up for that and get those alerts, try to score good deals on those tickets. So I'm going to have a couple hundred people there. It's a 2-day event, going to be a good time. Definitely going to make sure that everybody enjoys themselves at the People of Video. And we're going to stick with this 8 p.m. time slot here on Wednesdays. I'm going to do my best to do it. It feels a little bit easier to maintain. Starting at 9 is when things start to go south. And as you can see, I just barely made it to 9 o'clock today. So in any event, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out, and I can't even gracefully end the live stream because all the screens that I had open that would normally allow me to click the end of the live stream, they're all gone. So I'm just staring at a bunch of nothing over here going, yeah, it's about time to wrap it up and let all my family get back on the Wi-Fi, which I force them all off of when we do live streams. Just to look in all the dogs are probably comatose because they just ate cake and ice cream. Doggy cake and ice cream, but still cake and ice cream nonetheless. But that is what's going on here in my world. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. We're going to try to do our very best to be consistent here at the 8 p.m. time slot, and I hope I will see you guys next Wednesday, 8 p.m. East Coast time. I'll see you guys then. Have a good night.